Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the quadratic equation, solution to a quadratic equation. You know how to solve the quadratic equation. You have read the formula, splitting the middle term. That is the method of the factorization. You may have read about the completing squares, method of completing squares, and you know about the quadratic formula. You know it very well. But today the way which I'm going to show you is a totally different way. It will take you just less than a minute. You can solve any quadratic equation. I'm going to show you how to use this method. This method is valid. This method is useful for you, for those students who are preparing for any competitive exam, or who are going to, or who have to prepare for competitive exams. Now listen, you know the general formula for quadratic equation: ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. So this you have to look upon this b and c. B may be minus, c may be minus. You know it very well. These are constant. Remember this. You have to just remember one rule. I will show you one rule so you can solve any quadratic equation. If the sign of this b and c, that is middle term, and the constant is plus plus, both plus, then this is sign of roots. Sign of roots or zeros, sign of roots. If middle term and constant are both plus plus, roots will be minus minus. The sign of both the roots will be minus. As quadratic equation have two roots. If if the middle term is minus and constant is plus, middle term is minus, constant is plus, the sign of roots will be plus plus. This is second. Third, if middle term is plus, constant is minus, then the sign of roots will be minus plus. Again, if both this is minus, that is the sign of middle term is minus, sign of constant is minus, roots will be plus minus. Today I will show you these two cases, and later we will discuss in the next video. We will discuss these two cases. So how to remember this? If you feel that it is difficult to remember this, have a look. This is plus plus, this is here. This is minus plus, this is here. This is plus minus, this is here. So this is minus minus, this is here. But just you have to remember this. Plus plus, one, you have to remember this. Plus plus goes to minus minus. This is minus plus, this goes to plus plus. Then this is plus minus. What is its sign? Its sign will be minus plus. Then next is plus minus. What is its sign? Its sign will be, then next is minus minus. What is its sign? Its sign will be previous. This is minus, plus minus. So you will remember that, I hope. So I will show you how to solve this, how to use this. For example, if we have a quadratic equation, x square plus 8x plus 15 equals 0. 8x square plus x square plus 8x plus 15 equals 0. Take a look. So this is your middle term, this is your middle term, this is your constant. Both are positive, plus plus. Here, if both are positive, what would be the sign of roots? It will be minus minus. It will be minus minus. So just now you know the splitting the middle term. You multiply constant and this, you know it, 15 into 1, this is 15. Now split this 8, so that the numbers, if we add up these numbers, it will become 8. That is 5 and 3. Just write 5 and 3. That write 5 and 3. Add up these, you will become 5 plus 3 is 8, and this is 15. Now I already told you, when this is plus plus, when the sign of b and constant is plus plus, then what is the sign of roots? It is minus minus. This is minus, this is minus. So this will be the roots of this quadratic equation. Let us do another example. For example, if we do this, we have 100x square minus 20x plus 1, this equals 0. Take a look. 100x square minus 20x plus 1, this equals 0. Look, this is minus plus, this is minus plus. What will be the sign of roots? Plus plus. Now this is 100 into 100. You know it, you have read it in quadratic formula. So how to solve? First of all, this step you know it, that multiply coefficient of x square with constant 100 into 1. This is 100. Now here in conventional method you have to keep the signs in mind. You have to properly adjust the numbers. Here you need not to look upon this. This is simply 20. Whether it is minus 20 plus 20, leave it aside, just you keep it 20. So this is 100. So split and 20, that in two numbers whose product should be equal to 100. We have 20, we have to split it in two factors, two numbers. If we multiply them, we should get this 100, this 100 which we have got it. So it is 10 10. It is 10 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. No need to remember the sign minus 20 plus 20, just remember it is 20. 10 10. This is 10 10, simple. So here we have minus plus, minus plus, the what will be the sign of roots? It will be plus plus, minus plus, so it will be plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. But remember one thing, you have to divide this by coefficient of x square. Here in previous question the coefficient of x square was 1, so we do not divide it here, but here coefficient of x square is 100. Divide it. So it is 1 by 10, 1 by 10. So its roots will be 1 by 10, 1 by 10. If you check, if you split it by the middle term, you will get the answer 1 by 10, 1 by 10. Let us do some more examples regarding this. For example, 16x square minus 8x plus 1 equals 0. Again, have a look. This is minus plus, this is minus plus. Minus plus will goes to plus plus, minus plus will goes to, so sign of roots will be plus plus. Multiply 16 into 1, coefficient of x square with constant. 16 into 1 is 16. 16 into 1 is 16. Now you split 8, just 8. No need to keep look upon the sign, just a simple split 8 into two numbers so that their product should be equals 16. This 16 which we have got from here, 16 into 1. So if we split 8, we will split into 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 into 4 is 16. So right, this is so sign of roots will be what? First of all, look at the sign of roots. This is minus plus, it will be plus plus, plus plus. What? Plus 4 plus 4. This is 4 4. Simple. So I already told you, you have to divide by this factor, coefficient of x square. Divide by 16, divided by 16. This is 4 1s, 4 1s, 4 1s, 4 1s, 4 4s. Sorry. So its roots will be 1 by 4, 1 by 4. You can check. You can check by splitting it the middle term, or by factorization, or by using the method of completing squares or quadratic formula. Let us do another example. Before that, I pause the video to note it down. If we have example, for example, 12x square minus 3x minus x plus 1. 12x square minus x plus 1. If we have this example equals 0. Say or whether it is quadratic formula or quadratic equation, the procedure is same. Quadratic polynomial or quadratic equation. So 12x square minus x plus 1 equals 0. Sorry, it is here. I'm sorry, it is here. Minus 7x, minus 7x. 12x square minus 7x plus 1 equals 0. Have a look. This is 12 into 1. This is 12. 12 into 1 is 12. Now split 7. 7 into 2 numbers, only 7. No need to remember this minus or plus, whatever it is, only 7. It will be split it into 3 and 4 because 3 4s are 12. Simply, this is 3, this is 4. Now have a look. Minus plus. Minus plus, what will be the sign of roots? It will be plus plus. So these both roots will be plus. But you have to divide by this. Coefficient of x square. Divide. So 3 1s, 3 4s, 4 1s, 4 3s. Roots will be 1 by 4, 1 by 3. This is your answer. So we have learned, I have showed you from on these notations, plus plus, minus minus. Inshallah, but in the next subsequent videos we will do questions related to this plus minus and minus plus. Let us do one more example quickly. If we have 4x square plus 6x plus this will be 2. 4x square plus 6x plus 2. Have a look. 4x square plus 6x plus 2. So multiply. 4 2s are 8. So 4 2s are 8. Split 6. Split 6 into 2. Whose product whose split into 2 numbers product should be 2, this 8, 2 into 4. So it is 4 and 2. Simple. 4 and 2. So roots will be 4 and 2. But what is the sign? Plus plus. So in case of plus plus, sign of roots will be minus minus. So it is 4, it is 2. It is, but both are minus. So dividing by what? Dividing by 4. Dividing by 4. This is minus 1. This is minus 1 by 2. These are the roots. Look, within a second, less than a minute, you can solve any quadratic, any solution. You can find any solution of a quadratic equation or quadratic polynomial. But remember, this method is not meant for in examination. In examination, you have to go through the methods. That is the convenient method which you are supposed to do, which you have in your textbook. This method is valid in examination. Any competitive examination, you won't do this by multiplying the write it. For example, if we do this question by that method, this is 4 2s are 8. We write 4x square plus 4x plus 2x plus 2. It will plus then common. We will take common factors, etc. It will consume you a lot of time. But in competitive examination, you don't have such much time to solve this question. You must have the logical approach, or we can say shortcut way. This is not a shortcut way. This is logical approach, we can say. But you must have the look upon, you must have known about these things earlier, so that you may succeed in your any competitive examination. You might have seen any competitive examination where these questions are asked, and must have think about that it will consume a lot of time. But if you know about this method, you can from now, if you practice more and more without using pen and paper, you can tell what is the zeros of this quadratic, what would be the zeros of this quadratic equation. I hope you will understand it. If you have any doubt, question, so please mention it in the comment box, and rate and review, and please subscribe my channel. So inshallah, in the next video I will show you more upon these two cases. Thank you, class.